Did you know that you can win PIP simply by telling the assessor about the aids and appliances that you use? This video will show you how. The video answers the following questions. What are aids and appliances? Why are aids and appliances important in PIP claims? Which aids and appliances win points? And how can you get your points? Here goes. In the context of PIP, aids and appliances refers to any device that helps a person with a disability to perform daily living or mobility activities. Examples include walking sticks, grab rails, adapted cutlery, raised toilet seats and wheelchairs. Aids and appliances are relevant to a wide range of descriptor activities, including preparing food, washing, dressing and moving around. But why are aids and appliances so important in PIP claims? The thing is that using aids and appliances can potentially win you the 8 points that you need to get the standard rate of the daily living component. Actually, using aids and appliances is one of the most common ways that claimants win PIP. And even though it's much rarer, some claimants even win 12 points and they gain the enhanced rate of PIP. So, you need to tell the assessor very clearly about all the aids and appliances that you need to use. The remainder of this video will help you to do that effectively. I hope that you gain the maximum number of points that you're entitled to. This part of the video seeks to give you some examples of the types of aids and appliances that have been proven to win PIP assessments. But first, let's look at some PIP descriptors to see how many points that you might score and how they are written. Of course, don't just rely on this video, you should read the descriptors for yourself. When you do that, you will discover that most of them contain a section awarding points for the use of aids and appliances. For those of you with physical disabilities, the classic 4 on which most people win PIP are 1. Preparing food. Descriptor B says needs to use an aid or appliance to be able to either prepare or cook a simple meal. You can win 2 points. 2. Getting dressed. Needs to use an aid or appliance to be able to dress or undress. So, as well as getting dressed, remember to think about how well you get undressed. 3. Washing and bathing. Needs to use an aid or appliance to be able to wash or bathe. Dressing and washing are 2 separate descriptors, but they usually use the same skills. So if you get 2 points for washing, you'll probably get 2 points for dressing too. And that's 4 points in total. And 4. Toileting. needs to use an aid or appliance to be able to manage toilet needs or incontinence. Some claimants find talking about toileting just too humiliating, but you need to bite the bullet and be open with the assessor. These 4 are not the only descriptors where you can win points at PIP for using aids and appliances. Similar points are available for a range of other descriptors. A note of caution though, when it comes to using aids and appliances for managing therapies, only 1 point rather than 2 points is available. So don't make the mistake of relying too heavily on that particular descriptor. Now, before we look at how to describe it all to the assessor, let's look at some specific examples of aids and appliances that have helped other people win their PIP. It's important to note that this was not a complete list of every aid or appliance that could win you points at your PIP assessment. You will need to read the descriptors and think about every gadget that helps you with your disability. In order to win your points, you need to describe the aids and appliances that you need to use very clearly to the assessor. It's not enough to just say that you use an appliance. You need to describe why you need it for your disability. I recommend that you approach it in 3 stages. 1. Tell the assessor which appliance you need to use. 2. Tell the assessor which disability means that you need to use it. 3. Tell the assessor how using it helps you with your particular disability. Let's see a couple of examples. It's arthritis in my hands, you see. I have to use a special rubber gripper. I can't get lids off jam jars and stuff like that without it, because it's just too painful. I've kept the example short for simplicity's sake. You might want to tell the assessor what the pain feels like and describe any lived experiences to strengthen what you say. Let's see another simple example. My bad back means that I can't lean forward and reach my toes. I have to use a long handle loofah to wash my feet in the shower. It's the same when it comes to getting dressed. I need to use a gadget to get my socks on and a grab a hook to pull up my pants. It's extremely common for those claimants that win 4 points over the washing and dressing descriptors to also gain 2 points each for preparing food and toileting. That amounts to 8 points in total and will win you the standard rate of the daily living component. This phenomenon is known to assessors as the classic 4. It happens because the same skills and limitations are often experienced by claimants in all 4 descriptors. But first, listen to the advice and warnings in the next segment of the video so that you don't screw up a good thing. As you have seen, it's possible to win the daily living component of PIP for using aids and appliances alone. But the gadgets that you claim that you use must correspond to your disability and to the medical evidence that you submitted with your claim. In other words, your need to use particular gadgets must match the known symptoms of the disability that you have proved actually exists. When you're in the assessment, you should make a separate explanation for every gadget that you use. Explain which disability the gadget helps you with and why you need it. A final note of caution. Don't get so wrapped up in describing the aids and appliances that you forget to talk about other aspects of your disability. The assessor won't think that your assertions sound plausible if you can't speak widely and naturally about your disability. And if the assessor decides that using gadgets is not good enough for you, you may gain even more points for needing the help of another person. That concludes the video. I wish you every success in your PIP assessment.